always been one of the relatively few Team Jeremiah girlies that has tended to shy away from using the term character assassination. I have a very nuanced view of Book 3 Jeremiah. Even though I have issues with the book, I was always one to say, I don't think Jeremiah having rebound sex is so out of character. I think Jeremiah is actually really sympathetic and romantic in Book 3. I don't know what to call this. Never mind season 1 and season 2 Jeremiah. Book 3 Jeremiah has literally been destroyed. It's like they took all the talking points from Book 3 and just removed them to disarm Jeremiah. Like, I cannot get over the one scene that we were all clinging onto after the whole Cabo thing had been made worse in the show for some reason, after all of Jeremiah's acts of service from Book 3 had been removed, after their relationship had been speed run and Belly had been given the caretaking actions, was this one scene of Jeremiah encouraging Belly to go to Paris. We were like, yes, that's so Jeremiah. Like, he's still in there. They're still being a little bit fair. They literally just backtracked it. Like, what was the point of giving us this scene if we were still gonna get the Jeremiah is holding Belly back narrative? In episode 4, when Belly says that she thinks maybe she doesn't want to go to Paris now, Jeremiah just says, are you sure? Okay, yeah, I didn't want you to go either. Like, what was the point of even giving us that scene on the porch? That, with this whole narrative that Jeremiah is like really wanting Belly to stay in the beach house, when in the book, number 1, they cut out the whole thing about when he calls Belly and they talk about her job. He says that he thinks that she shouldn't work because he has the money from his mom and he doesn't want her to have to be doing that. I don't know that they're going to include it later. I'm going to guess no after what we've seen. And also, Jeremiah at this point was asking Belly, like, are you sure? And he was encouraging, like, I don't like the way we left things with your mom. Maybe you should go home. And now he's like, obviously he's not making her, but I can see what they're setting up. And then contrast that with Conrad is birthday Betty Crocker now, making muffins, talking about, I always remember. Like, okay, all he was doing in Book 3 was making that unseasoned chicken and that's it. And they removed all of Jeremiah's acts of service to give us this. Also, way to bait us with this little Belly flashback that looked like it was about to be the Belly and Jeremiah sleeping next to each other for comfort as kids that we were robbed of in seasons 1 and 2. Or even making it the origin story of them knocking on the walls and it was just her and Laurel, which is like, fine, she deserves flashbacks with her mom, but like, can we have new material? Like, is all we have Book Jeremiah's nachos? And though I really would have denied it before and said that that Paris clip of Belly and Jeremiah couldn't possibly be him flying to Paris to bless Bonrad and that's how he redeems himself, I really kind of think that's what they're setting up. I feel like I can see what his end game's going to be and what kind of person he's going to end up with and why, and I hate where that's going. And it's really just making me not want to watch anymore. I love you guys though. So, I mean, I always try to be so fair about the character assassination thing, but what do you call this? What do you call adding that he was with Lacey twice and flipping the Cabo fight on him and removing his acts of service while Conrad's stuff gets excused away with panic attacks? And he gets Jeremiah's actions from the book. Book 3, Jeremiah is on a bench somewhere crying about